jeweler. Hating bitches block my medulla. I showed the bitch my pen, then I schooled her. Try to essay them in my true love. Don't cheat the dime, don't cheat the dean, don't cheat supreme, that's why hoorah. Freaky little, sneaky little, creepy little whack bitch. Creeping on me, speaking on me, sleeping on me, mattress. Now I got some hands to burn and bars to bend them backwards. It's time to wake them up, cause they...
Good morning. It is Sunday. Listen, the weekend has went fast. February is almost out of here, but guess what, y'all? Spring is around the corner. Okay. Shout out to everyone, to the person that was in my comments helping me with my laptop. I did figure out how to take the key off and replace it. Not replace it, but clean under it. Basically, my dog, I don't have him in the kitchen, but he's a little shutter, and you know, his hair when he scratches, and my son has the laptop on, on the bed or whatever, he being there with him, he gets it everywhere. So listen, thank you to everybody. That was a weird, but we did do the live and it was great. Okay, so we're here this morning to speak on Joshlyn Smith. Let's see if we can show it. So remember we was talking about missing in Africa. Hold on, let me put this. And in West Cape Town, Africa. And how the 6-year-old was supposedly sold. She was sold by her mother. She sold her in Africa for $1,000. Okay. So we're going to get into that and watch some videos. Okay, this is Joshlyn Smith and her siblings. This is her at 6 years old. They don't know where she is. They're trying to locate her. I think she's been missing since 2022. And the mother reported her missing when she knew they found evidence in text messages that that she sold her daughter for $1,000 in West Cape Town, Africa. Okay, move on. What's up, StreamYard? Okay, StreamYard a little slow this morning. So we're going to discuss it before we watch the video. So this happened 2024. We're going to read it. We're going to read it from BBC News, okay? So it says, Joshlyn Smith, a 6-year-old disappearance spread fear in South Africa's Saldanha Bay. Inside a busy primary classroom in South Africa, seaside town of Saldanha Bay, one chair is left empty. There was a 6-year-old Joshlyn Smith, 6 or 7 until she went missing in February in a case that gripped the attentions of South Africans. The huge search operation that involved the Navy as well as local volunteers, the big reward and arrest of her mother have served to make an irresistible story. But the community leader with his day-to-day reality remains scared. Saldanha Bay, about 100 kilometers, 75 miles north of West Cape Town, has a reputation of being a tranquil, quaint town known for its fishing, water sports, and magnificently colorful wildflowers that bloom in spring in town's nature reserve. Now, Africa's spring is around October to November, December, and then from December till I think January is that spring, and then we'll say October to January, or September to December or November, one of those, and then from December or January to March or April is their summer. I think that's how theirs go because during the summertime here, it is freezing there. Okay. Despite the despite the end of 30 years ago, dispatcher, what is this? Now look here to go work. This, sorry, y'all. The planning inside of most cities is towns in South Africa still reflects the inequalities bequeathed by the system of separated and unequal development. As one entered the town through the business district, the upmarket housing, which includes guest house and holiday homes, is located to the coastlines. That is true. But when going into the areas of the Deesville and Mandela Post, which comprise a mixture of low cost and informal housing, there is a notable change. The home in Deesville are mostly government subsidized basic brick and mortar structures known as RDB, part of the Reconstruction and Development Program. Okay, so they stayed in government subsidized housing. Africa has certain areas there to where they have subsidized housing, low income, middle income. That's how they put it there as well. So it's like a certain area. The rising numbers of parents and guardians eagerly waiting to collect their children outside the gates of the modern Deesville primary school is an indication of how much more care is being taken by residents to ensure the safety of their children in the area. Getting those adults to speak is not easy. The reluctance is understandable. Given the media frenzy is several instances of fake news disseminated on social media, such as leg-side reports of a body being found. Fazee's Exton, one of the parents who was prepared to talk with the school Joshlyn attended to fetch her 6-year-old son, Alan. She says the disappearance of Joshlyn also spelled Joshlyn has a serious impact on the community, particularly children. It's a very sad story. All parents are now worried about the well-being of their children and are taking care to ensure their safety. The traumatizing for the children in the area because they no longer want to play outside, as community activist Carmela Ross. My 11-year-old daughter, Kate Andre, didn't want to go to school for the first few days after Johnson's disappearance because she was scared, even though the school is just a few minutes away. She now walks to school every day with 6 other children. At the end of the day, everyone in Saldana, even our children, has been dragged into this matter. Ms. Ross, who participated in many of the searches for Johnson in the first few days after the little girl's disappearance, chose to step back for her own well-being. I decided to curtail my involvement with the Johnson case because it started to take an emotional toll on me. As a mother myself, it is very painful. I have sleepless nights because if it were my child, I don't think I would be able to still be alive due to all the worry, stress, and everything that you have to deal with. 2 weeks after Johnson disappears from her Mostic shack in the Metapost informal settlement, police arrested her mother, Raquel Kelly Smith. Smith's boyfriend, Jaquan Butte Apollos, Stephen Van Ron, and Funze Sequa. That dwelling has been locked up in Stan's Desert. The four first appeared in a local magistrated court on March 7th on charges of human trafficking and kidnapping. A large crowd of local people gathered around to court to call justice for Joshlyn. A few days after her disappearance was occupied by the racial tense between colored as a people of mixed racial heritage known in South Africa, and Black members of the community following the arrest of Ms. Sequa, a Black person. She was caught up in a maelstrom of rumors and media reports and correctly identified her as a traditional healer or Sangoma. Now, remember we talked about yesterday rituals and traditional healers and things of that nature when it comes to trying to find children. That's exactly what happened in this case. We managed to, oh wait, hold on. There were days people of this are labeled us as if we are cause of jobs to disappear. There were days when people were suspicious of the Sangomas doing wrong things. Lawana Salabule, ward counselor Amina Lopez tells BBC. We managed to address the issues. We made it clear it's not being colored or black or white, Indian or whatever. We should focus on finding the missing child. At least now the atmosphere is back to normal, says Sabule, a member of the government, African National Congress. Okay. I want to show y'all a picture where she lived in Africa. Some areas are not the best, but you know. Okay, this is the area she lived. I never experienced such unity in this community. Everyone, no matter what race or culture, they are helping with the search. I saw the unity in our people. Ms. Sekwe has been freed after charges against her withdrawn to the lack of evidence. She has since left her home with just a few meters from where Joshlyn lived, following threats from the members of the community. 13-year-old said in an interview with the national television station Newsroom Africa that police tortured her while she was in custody. The police have not responded to allegations. The building where Joshlyn lived now lies abandoned. So this is, I guess, the building where she lived. There's no one there. There's a lot of debris and trash. Loretta Lambada, who was reported the last person to see Joshua was missing, was arrested and still in custody. So this happened 2024 of last year. We are going to go to some videos, okay? This is in West Cape Town, Africa. If you do watch the playback, they believe that the little baby was trafficked and kidnapped. They do not have a body, they can't, but they believe that she was because her mother sold her to people for $1,000. And $1,000, I guess, because over there, if it's U.S. money, it takes them a long way than their currency. So, she was charged with selling. I'm not sure how long her mother has gotten because they go through a magistrated court. They don't go through, like we go through court situations. They go through like a magistrated court to where they all sit down and there's plenty of judges. I'm not sure if they have a jury, but they all have a decision once they listen to the case and they decide if you're guilty or not and how much time you get with the African law. So her mother has been charged with selling her. Sorry. Okay. The girl Joshlyn Smith has not been found. The police renew calls for every citizen, every person to help find her amid fears. She may have been taken to a different city or even out of the country. Now, we talked about that yesterday. In the days after, yesterday and Friday, I think. In the days after Joshlyn appears last month, local media reported that neighbors has accused her mother of selling her for just over $1,000. Discovery of a child's discarded clothing near Joshlyn home last weekend heightened emotions. Her mother, Kelly Smith, whose full name was given by prosecutors is Raquel Chantel Smith, has now been charged with kidnapping and human trafficking offenses along with the others, 2 men and a woman. One of the men is Smith's boyfriend. She claims she left Joshlyn with him on February 19th when she went to work. Joshlyn was reported missing that day. Okay. So There's been laboratory and forensics at the house. They recovered her clothing last weekend with the small house and shack. So they lived in a shack. They took forensic examination. Community members who were also involved in the search was clothing was spattered with blood and a knife was also found. Okay. So they haven't came to the conclusion that this young lady, this young baby could be um, could be unalived by her mother and her captors. But they believe that she's been sold to somebody. And it's been a year. Let's see. So this happened 2 days ago. The mother's co-accusers go to trial March 3rd. Let's see. And the pretrial is set to be heard. I'm trying to get some other ones. She still hasn't been found. That's her mother? Okay, let's see how far we can go, y'all. Let me go to this person page. So they postpone her case till July. We're gonna watch some videos of people in Africa. I'm gonna start with the 11 months, and then we'll watch some updates. Hold on.
Instagram outside.
Give it a minute, y'all. Hold on, guys. Believe a lot of people probably watching this because now it's getting what it's getting. Hold on. All right. Okay.
Media will also be allowed, but as you can see, probably in just a few minutes' time, you'll be.
So basically, they had a bail hearing 11 months ago. Now they came out with this almost a year ago of what they suspect happened to her. Um,
To
People were
see the
speculating.
four accused who will be coming into court. I'm told that the delay right now is caused by the fact that they're waiting for the accused. Two of the accused, Kelly and accused number four, they need to be brought back from Paulsville prison because I'm told that here in this area they don't have a prison facility where women can be incarcerated or await trial. So very soon, as soon as the accused arrive at court, the proceedings will start. Now, just to recap, we saw the four accused appearing in court last week. They were charged with amongst other charges, kidnapping and human trafficking. The allegation, of course, is that Joshlyn Smith was sold for 20,000 rand. There's also an allegation that she was sold for Muti. And of course, these are all allegations at this stage. When we spoke to the National Prosecuting Authority's Western Cape spokesperson, Eric Mtamazalila, last week, he was saying that we could expect more charges to be added today and perhaps even more accused. So we're just waiting to find out whether there will be more than the four accused than what we saw last week. And of course, last week also heard that all four accused indicated that they wanted to apply for bail. We also know that all four accused will be legally represented today. Their lawyers have arrived at court. So in just a matter of time, we'll be able to have all that information. However, last week when we were
Keep buffering. I'm going to go to another video. Hold on. So they all, I don't know, because every time I put it on StreamYard, y'all, it keeps buffering. So if y'all watching it doing the playback, it's StreamYard. I don't know what StreamYard got going on right now. Okay. Let's go to some of the speculations of people suspecting that she could be overseas. Let's play. Like she could be here. That's what they're believing. She could be here in the United States.
Part of the all-new Beehive ad network. Thousands of newsletters.
Detectives, because all the leads lead that Joshlyn is overseas, and we had to get, and now the South African Police Services has put money in. They're now following up leads overseas. So I want to thank them. I just don't want to criticize. Yeah, let's find our Joshlyn. Let's find our girl. So just so you know, there's just a broken niche what ek wil ingesit het. We went to Dubai to meet some detectives because the leads was pointing that Joshlyn is
If she was to the overseas, like Dubai or here, and they got word, somebody is letting them know. very much that they are, hey, they found out she's here, we have to move her. Okay, she should be 7 years old now. They found out she's here. I feel like she sold her to a family that could take care of her, and she's been adopted. And if they notice it's a family that keeps moving, that's who has her.
Be overseas. And now I'm glad to see that the cops are putting big money in following up leads overseas. So now, if you want to know what's happening with Joshlyn's matter, there you have it. It has gone international. Interpol is involved in the matter now. It took them 2 days the other day to search a whole ship. So yeah, no matter what we say, sometimes we're angry, but we must not just criticize. We must also praise where there's praise, where praise is needed. We will not give up on Joshlyn. Never even think that for a second. But now you know that the matter is going on. It has gone abroad, and we're happy. We're very happy. We be all happy. You don't understand. Ons gaan vir ons 'n kind kry. Ons gaan ons 'n groenoog meisie kry. 'n rainbow girl. So yeah.
Okay. Now this is starting to become international because of the fact that this is now being talked about. And we're going to go into the recent court. Is that Sean? One. But a lot of people say that her search is becoming international.
Search for Joshlyn Smith has reached international shores. That's right, guys. And the latest update that I took the time to finally find is that the search for 6-year-old Joshlyn Smith of South Hana Bay has moved abroad after authorities received a tip-off that the girl was on a vessel bound for international waters, said police minister. What he said is that there is information that we need to verify, and we are working with Interpol and sister organizations to find Joshlyn. For those who don't know about this story, it's about Joshlyn, who's a little girl who disappeared on the 19th of February after her mother, Kelly Smith, alleged that she was sick and had stayed home from school. Now, last week, Daily Maverick reported that a couple had provided a tip to the International Human Trafficking Hotline web chat, which led to the search of the Panamanian ship Frontier Asuka. A 2-day search of the ship docked at Port Talbot in Walls yielded no sign of the child. On Sunday, they confirmed the Haguesman information that a vessel was searched for Joshlyn. Now, police are yet to release the information in relating to the bloodied item that were found in the South Hana Bay district earlier this month. And as of right now, 4 suspects remain in custody in connection with the girl's disappearance and will appear in court in May on charges of human trafficking and kidnapping. According to the police, Laurentia Lombard, the most recent suspect arrested in March, who was reportedly the last person to see the child before she vanished, has confessed regarding the disappearance of Joshlyn. But national prosecuting authorities said the information on the confession would only be provided at a later stage. During a last court appearance, Lombard, represented by LegalWise, abandoned her bail application, and the case will be back in court on the 15th of May. 2 weeks after her daughter's disappearance, police arrested Smith, her boyfriend, and few other people. Statistics show that 77% of the children are found, but 23% of them are suspected to be trafficked or found dead. And it breaks my heart that this information now new may be that Joshlyn is now overseas. And honestly, guys, I'll be more than happy to keep you guys updated with any more information that I have. It's been almost 2 months now that we still haven't got the real answers from Joshlyn. You can only speculate. But I really hope that after that trial,
this came about and started become huge as of 2024. And it's now starting to get more headlines. I'm just not talking about it, but I think TikTok has been talking about it because, you know, there are people that sell children to America and Dubai and then they'll keep them and then have them get adopted by different parents because they can't take care of them or so forth. So it's very sad, and I hope this baby is still alive.
Out on May 13th, we get some more information about this matter that is still affecting the world. I mean, what is your guys' thoughts about this? Do you think that Joshlyn Smith is now overseas?
I believe she's overseas. I believe she's in the process of adoption. I'm not finna hold you. Not finna hold you. So her case was postponed till July. I'm trying to see if I can get the case. You know what? Because they gotta try everybody. I think everybody has different court dates, I believe, because I believe the mother is charged, and they even was look in Liverpool as well, y'all. So now they're going through another pre-trial date, which is
the pre-trial hearing into the disappearance of Joshlyn Smith is set to begin in the Western Cape High Court. The accused include Joshlyn's mother, Kelly Smith, as well as her boyfriend, Joaquin Apollos, and their friend, Steve Van Ryn. In February will mark a year since the 6-year-old was last seen at her middle stop home. Nasipi Same is been closely following these developments on this case and now joins us live from Cape Town. Nasipi, a very good morning to you. Just maybe quickly, just tracing back to why we are currently at the Western Cape High Court and what is expected to happen today.
Well, what I can say is that this case of Joshlyn's disappearance has drawn widespread attention. At the time of her disappearance, she was 6 years old, 19th of February, 2024. Later on in the year, around October, she turned 7. And this is still the time the police are still investigating and are still trying to locate the missing girl. And she was last seen on the 19th of February, 2024, last year rather, at her Middle Post home. And despite the extensive searches, the child is yet to be found. We do know that investigations are still currently underway. I just saw her paternal grandmother now outside the Western Cape High Court, obviously to hear the pre-trial conference that will be held here this morning of the 3 accused. And speaking to them last year in October, they indicated that they remained hopeful that their grandchild will be found alive. And prior the appearance, there was initially 4 accused that were currently in the dock for human trafficking, including kidnapping.
Her mama is right there. She's the one with the floor on. I don't know how they feeding them in jail. I don't know. They had their clothes and stuff. Now, when Vibes Cartel was in prison, shout out to Vibes Cartel, he had his clothes. The conditions weren't great, but he had his clothes. They get to eat what they want if they have the money. There is just a different type of jail. He, you know, if you saw how they jail cells were, you'd be like, oh my God. But yeah, they have them living, and I think Africa do the same. I'm gonna look it up. But they have them living like honey. The conditions are horrible, but they do keep their clothes. You know, it's not like America. Oh, this jail, they need a uniform. They have their clothes. They have, you know, it's different than here. So yes, she's going to be dressed up. They're going to be dressed up.
However, at their last appearance at the Vredenburg Magistrate Court, charges were withdrawn against Laurentia Lombard, accused 4, and it was revealed there that she had ultimately turned state witness. And with that being said, last year again in October, the Vredenburg Magistrate Court heard from the state where they detailed a very elaborate plan regarding the details when it comes to the disappearance of Joshlyn Smith, it is understood that a plan to sell her was concocted back in 2023. And at the center of the disappearance of Joshlyn Smith is her mother, Kelly Smith, including the boyfriend, Joshlyn Apollos, and their friend, Stephen van Rijn.
Yeah, and as it stands currently, still waiting on any word in relation to some of the leads that the police had been relying on when it comes to Joshlyn Smith and trying to find Joshlyn Smith. But the police earlier on this year, when I was speaking to the Western Cape Police Commissioner, saying that unfortunately they don't have any strong leads and they still can't find the 7-year-old now. She went missing when she was 6-year-old. Nasipi Same is on that story for us.
Okay. We're gonna play this right here.
Juggling multiple client sites? Supercharge your productivity with a.
You would engage regarding the demarcation aspect. If the venue is appropriate, obviously it needs to be proclaimed through the Minister of Justice and with the assistance, obviously, of the Office of the Judge President. But I take it you would take care of that. Okay. You're in consultation with? Thank you so much. I'm mindful of the fact that this matter, and I think we all know we've sat in court this morning and the pre-trials all dealt with matters where the injury to the victims has already happened. Here we are dealing with human trafficking and kidnapping charge of a young child, a young little girl. In the absence of any further charges or amendments by the state, we must presume that little Joshlyn is still alive. There is a missing persons investigation. Might I ask, what's the progress of that investigation?
My lady, the investigation is still ongoing and very much alive. All information.
The reason why they say that believe she is very much alive is because they sold her. It's got to the point. Remember, they saying that Dubai was looking for her, and they were doing their best, their due diligence. You know, Dubai don't play. And then they decided to say, okay, let's contact London, United Kingdom. I think they're going to be contacting the U.S. as well as soon. I'm not sure when they're going to decide to do it and how they're going to do it, but they have to talk to the U.S. Embassy, see who they can get in contact with, and then they probably will start a search in the United States as well as other countries. Because if she's not in London, she's not in Dubai, she's either here in the United States, and they need to check everywhere, Asia, Mexico, everywhere. So, because I'm going to tell you this, they need to call, especially here with the deportation going on, because if she's here and she doesn't have proper paperwork, I guarantee you they gave her to a family, and if she's here and don't have proper paperwork, they have to send her. I really want to urge Cape Town, Africa to check America. I'm sorry, because there's no way that little girl is just in London or in Dubai.
Whatever kind or nature it is indeed followed up. All leads are followed up. Even walks on the beach still are taking place when new information is received. So this is very much an ongoing investigation.
Thank you. Now that the accused is represented, might I hear from the accused if you'll be consulting with your clients and whether your clients will be willing to provide additional information regarding the whereabouts or the potential whereabouts of this child? Thank you.
Now, I know y'all are seeing a lot of people of different races. Cape Town, South Africa is very much diverse. They're one of the most Johannesburg and West Cape Towns, the South Africa region. They're very much diverse. I haven't heard of any other places in Africa that are diverse. And when I sat here, what was I on? I think I was on TikTok, and they were having a debate about it. South Africa is very, very diverse. South Africans have Indians, whites, blacks, islanders. Like, you'll be surprised. They're very, very diverse.
I cannot say anything at this stage. I'm still consulting my client, obviously, and then taking practice, and that can only happen once I receive the further particulars from the state, which the state agreed to provide.
Electronically. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, my lady.
That's the mammy right there looking sad. She know what she did. Now remember on my thumbnail, now this how I know she been eating. This the mama right here. This is her. This is her. This is a before picture of her. This is last year, y'all. That's her now. This was her last year. Okay? That's her now. Her mama making sure she eat good in it. She got a little space, 6x8, very little room. She don't have no choice but to. So basically, she wasn't eating. She eating. She only gained about 30 pounds of stress, huh?
I would suggest an earlier date for pre-trial. We don't take the 28th as we agreed in chambers, seeing that our clients are not present in court. If we can get an earlier pre-trial date where our clients will be present in court so that we see them and we consult with them even before we get better particulars. That would be my suggestion, my lady.
In chambers, we made some arrangements, which was
now they charged her with their
the premise on all the accused being present. We don't want to dispose of that arrangement in a flash, merely by virtue of the fact that the two of the accused are not here. It would be their interest too for the matter to get some progress, and for us simply not to abandon those aspects. We have discussed the pre-trial proceeding on the 28th of February with a proviso that all interlocutory aspects be canvassed by between you, with it being placed before me in an updated minute by no later than Tuesday the 18th of February, and that should you so wish, whether it's before then or after, that you are by all means able to engage with my registrar to ascertain a date where we could have further guidance in the form of report backs and maybe directives I can provide you with as a form of case flow. Can we stick to that?
Indeed, Madam.
Thank you. Are there any other issues that need to be raised? The accused is in custody at Paulsmore Prison. My registrar will ensure that the remaining accused be requisitioned to be returned, to be brought here on the 28th of Feb. And of course, if they need to be, it's a pre-trial, an open pre-trial hearing, then I will make the arrangements through my registrar for them to then appear earlier.
As the court pleases. Thank you, my lady.
There's a 204 witness in this matter.
There is.
Is there any progress in investigation with the 204 witness?
My lady, I can confirm that a consultation has taken place with the 204 witness.
Thank you. It would be fair that we cannot at this stage speak about a trial date. Although I understand the state is keen and that the members of the community is keen for this matter to be finalized. However, we need to ensure that the integrity.
All of them people are going to see when her trial is. All the people have came with pre-trial. First thing they did last year was her charges. All those people had to decide what her charges were, right?
The pretrial processes be adhered to and protected so that ultimately the resources spent on preparing for trial, all the necessary arrangements.
So now when it comes to them, they're saying, hey, let's look at the funds. Let's look at everything that we have to take this to, not just a trial, because this could be a lengthy trial after her pre-trial, because you have to understand, we have to get the resources, and there are 4 people we're trying or trial for a traffic and kidnapping of a 6-year-old. Now, what killed me is her mama. We're going to get into what her mama had to say. Because I was like, how the hell you don't know where your daughter is? That doesn't make sense.
From the mountain.
And she decided to say, hey, I don't know where my child is.
Raquel Chantal Smith, the mother of missing 6-year-old Joshlyn Smith, was the sole accused present in the dock for the pre-trial case. The court heard that Jaquina Paulus and Stefano van Rijn could not attend the proceedings as they'd not been collected from the Malmesbury prison ahead of their appearance. Judge Hayat Sali da Silva indicated that the court was considering holding the trial in Saldanha, a central location to allow interested members of the public to attend.
Discussions, the trial should proceed as a circuit matter, that the interests of Saldanha and the surrounding areas, that community is going to substantial interest in the matter would like to attend, and the access to justice being a fundamental principle, we would obviously need to accommodate that factor. And for that reason, the matter will be heard in an appropriate forum in what I understand to be the Saldanha area. I'm further informed that the venue will have to be either a municipal town hall, or that is a provisional permission given by the municipality.
The state says its investigations into the whereabouts of Joshlyn are still underway.
The investigation is still continuing. It has not been closed. And whenever there are leads that are received, they are being followed up by the investigation team. And as we know that since the start of this case, there's been a lot of being said that she's been seen here, there's been a piece of clothing found. Up to now, we have not, unfortunately, not found the young girl.
Smith's grandmother says she welcomes the plans to move the trial to Saldanha and hope more information will come to light about her granddaughter's whereabouts.
Ek voel gelukkig daaroor. Ek voel baie bly daaroor van die onkoste is baie. Is baie groot uitgawes vir ons. Ons het eintlik gesukkel om hier te kom vanoggend in die Kaap. So vir my is dit baie tevrede daarmee as die trial hy kan toe gaan. En elke dag het ons maar gedink waar is Joshlyn, maar ek is bly dat die saak nou tot 'n punt kom waar ons kan probeer om uit te vind waar is Joshlyn en wat het van haar geword.
Kelly, who at times had a blank expression, told ENCA that she wishes she could die. That's because she feels she is being punished for something she has no idea of. She says she doesn't know where Joshlyn is and denies selling her 6-year-old daughter. Nebestutuejana, Cape Town.
I dare you
So she basically says she don't know where she is, but she looks like she would child herself. So I want to know how that happened. That's crazy. I got questions. Here's the thing. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live, but that child should be safe at home with her family and her friends. You have to know what happened to her. If your boyfriend was around and all these people, and he confessed that yes, there's some things and something happened, you have to know, baby. You better know quick, because let me tell you something. During that trial, he found out on top of them and threw you under the bus. Threw you under the bus. Hold on, let me show you the cell for that she's sitting in. Throw you under the bus, and he's going to get off with all them people. And the mother is saying, hey, I can't sit here and take this trips every day, plus get her a lawyer to help because funds are limited. And you guys saw where they lived. I showed you guys that they lived in shacks. Like, these were shacks. These were shacks. And let's see if I can show y'all a picture. And I believe that of what Africa, because if she's pregnant, she's going to be in that jail cell with her child. Because they wear some regular clothes. Let's take it too long to load. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna let them out. So this right here with the holding baby, this is how they are in Cape Town, Africa. This is a special thing they have. They have strollers and all that stuff, so they can wear regular clothes and strollers. The conditions are not great with mothers and children. So if she does have a child, her child is likely in the cell with her. And I'm going to show you guys where they live one more time. Oh, now I want to pop up. Okay, so let me get y'all a clear picture. But I believe she's pregnant, and she's going to have to raise a child and a baby in prison. This is it right here on the side. Where it say here, this is the prison with their kids. So it's totally different. And if you're pregnant, you're just pregnant. Let me see. They do have issues in prisons. They say that the cells are overcrowded with unsanitary. Women share beds or sleep on the floor. Cells may be infested with lice and cockroaches. Cells may be poorly ventilated. Cells may lack working toilets, sinks, and water. Sheets and blankets may be torn and infested with lice. Cells may lack adequate health and mental health care. Inmates may experience medical neglect. Inmates may not have access to library books or magazines, rehabilitation and stuff like that. They do not have that over there. Okay, let's see. And their living conditions and where they put the people. So that is their home right there in Saladana. Let me see. This is their home. This is what their home. I don't know what it looked like on the inside. Let me see if I can get an inside look. But that's how they live. That's what they subsidized housings are. I don't know why it's showing me that, but that's not what that looks like. Those are hotels and stuff. But okay. Yeah. It's not gonna show it. I was trying to get the inside of the home, but that's the outside of the home, and that's what it looked like. So I do hope they find this little girl and they find out what happened to her. I do feel like they need to look everywhere. She's been human trafficked and kidnapped, most likely. She basically is with someone else. Okay, they probably adopted her off right now. Okay, so that's just being the truth and the gist of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this slide. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Once I get more of this story as well, I will be updating you guys on it. I do hope that they do get what they need because, you know, y'all saw Kelly's mother. She's very old. She's an older lady. She can't keep paying money to come from Saladana, West Cape, Africa to Cape Town, which is basically, let me see how far that is. Because she's taking a trip every day. To go to her daughter's trial. And now they're saying they're going to hold it closer for her family to, by car or bus, it takes her an hour and 56 minutes to get to her daughter by driving. By a bus will take her 2 hours at the most. So she could take a shuttle, which is 15 minutes, or she could take a train, which is 3 hours and 43 minutes for her to get to her daughter's trial. So you got to understand, let's see how much it is. Okay, so but they are going to move. Can I put it in? Hold on, y'all. But they are going to move it to, see if I can get y'all a picture. Okay, they are going to go ahead and move her trial to Saladana Bay. Now, if you guys know, traffic everywhere is horrible, especially, not going to lie, this is it. She has to go from here all the way down to Cape Town. That's an hour and 32-minute drive. Okay, for her to get to her daughter. So a taxi would cost her, it says $750 to $950, right? So let's look at that to US dollars. Y'all saw how they were living. That's $40.81 a day to go to trial. $40.81 for her to meet from there to go to trial about her granddaughter and about her daughter, who possibility could be pregnant. So, shout out to West Africa for doing their due diligence to find this young lady, to contacting overseas and everywhere in Africa, to contacting the whole globe to find this girl. I hope they do find her. Keep up the good work. This is what I mean by pushing the agenda to find the children. Whatever you can, whatever finances you can, whatever you can put in to find children. And they're doing their due diligence to find this little black girl. They're doing whatever they can to find her. So shout out to them. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Enjoy your day. Bye. Let's go ahead and listen to my girl.